guys, Pete Madsen, and this is Big Bill Broonzy's Saturday Night Rub. Saturday Night Rub, like Meat Strut, was one of those songs that Big Bill Broonzy recorded in the late 1920s, and along with another guitar player named Frank Brasswell. And this is another one of those real sort of up-tempo songs that the accompanying guitar was just doing a walking bass line. So that was Frank Brasswell's walking bass line, and Broonzy underneath that was playing. Okay, so let's look at what the chords are here. It's in a key of G, but we're starting with the D chord, the 5 chord. And I love this chord voicing. It's really kind of fun to play with, and I've done different things with it in different songs. But basically what we're doing, if you know a C7, looks like that, and you move it up 2 frets, you get a D7. Now what I'm going to do with this chord is where my pinky is, I'm going to take that off and put my 3rd finger there, and then my pinky is kind of floating. But this is the version of D7 you now have, with Broonzy alternating the bass between the 5th and 4th string. Then he'll sometimes play the 1st string open, play E, and sometimes he puts the pinky down, play the A. And you can kind of think of the way the melody evolves here is very similar to Meat Strut, whereas the melody gets kind of shifted forward. Here's the 1st measure, and here's the 2nd measure. Everything kind of just moves slightly forward. And he slides into that, and I think it's important to note here too, when you slide into that, you want to do that with your middle finger, because that'll set you up to make the rest of the chord. You'll slide up, drop your index finger and your 3rd finger in. Whoops. Play it slow than it is to play it quick. Okay, so that's the D chord. Then he moves to the G chord. You can do this a number of different ways. I was just fiddling around with the idea of playing your thumb over the top. But I normally just fret it like a normal G chord and use my pinky to go between the 3rd string and the 1st string. Your first 8 bars of this song, that's what you're doing, is you're doing 2 bars of D, 2 bars of G. G. And then you'll walk in C, just a regular old C chord, dropping the pinky in there to go to the G note. Back to G, back to D. So that's the primary verse, the 1st verse, and let me play the whole thing. 1, 2, 3. After he does that a few times, Broonzy will go into a 2nd part. So he's still playing D and G chords. Basically, you're playing a D7 chord here up at the 7th fret, barring 3 strings, and I have a middle finger on the C note at the 8th fret, and bring the ring finger in on that 9th fret, the E. And then to go to G, it's a very simple move. Just move your middle finger over from the 1st string to the 2nd string and do the same kind of idea. Then a nice single string run. This is over to the C chord. So that whole verse. That is Saturday Night Rub. Like I say, I think it's a companion piece to Pig Meat Strut. So if you can get another guitar player to play those walking bass lines, and it can be a lot of fun to play together. All right, thank you.